My glasses are dirty. Probably shouldn't wipe them or I'm going to regret it. I went out today in the rain and they got wet. And I tried to just let them dry, and I think now I got spots on them from the raindrops, but works good, looks good. I've cleaned them off. Get my setup going here. Perfect. A thumbnail in there. You guys can see the fun card we're making. No, it's not made for kids. Save. And we're done. All right, I'm back. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm with you live. Oh, and look at that, right on the dot. You guys are probably expecting me to be late. Oh no, look, I got people on. Howdy, Patty's on. Kathy, Mom. Dawn, hey Dawn. Yeah, so great to see everybody. We are getting pummeled with rain over here at my house and probably at Patty's house since she's just a couple blocks away. It looks good though, but it's raining so hard it's just puddling up in the stones along the walk up to the house. It's just puddling, it's running out so fast, but as long as it's getting into the ground, soaking in, doing some good, that's what matters. And it cooled way off too, oh my gosh, but we're gonna get super hot the next couple of days, so I'm getting ready for the market. I went and got a little fan today. I didn't bring it down. It's a rechargeable battery operated fan because Mike's got a bunch of these batteries for his tools. So we just got a fan that will use his tool batteries. So I'm looking forward to that. Just having a little bit of airflow. It's going to be like 95 on Friday. Who knows what the feels like it's going to be. Oh, yes, I'm cold. I do have shorts on. You can't see I can't get my leg up that high. I got shorts on, but yeah, I've been cold. And I just, yes, leave me alone. I'm always cold. Anyway. Oh, you guys can't hear me? Okay, everybody. Okay. All right. So it's just that's good. It could be also, I noticed when I just did my Finally Friday, that'll be on Friday. And when I film my intro and the end on my iPad, it's not as loud as when I use my phone to do the whole video. So maybe I got to figure out if I can figure out a way to swap those, because now I'm using my iPad for my voice and not my phone. So, you know, it is what it is, but I do notice that maybe when I do my intro and stuff, I need to talk a lot louder. I try and be sort of quiet so that Mike doesn't go, who are you talking to, or any of that, because I don't want to scream and then he'll think I'm talking to him. But anyway, I've got, demos. Everybody log in today and see the mini catalog. It's full of all kinds of interesting stuff. I looked real quick, saw a few of them that I really liked. The papers are more photographic kind of papers, more realistic kind of images, I should say, like they used photos. But there's quite a few sets that I like. And as I get it in my hot little hands, I'm sure I'm going to find even more that I like. That's it. Oh, our bonus days coupons, you can earn until Monday, through Monday, and then start redeeming on Tuesday the 1st. If you're going to pre-order from that mini catalog and want to use your coupons, then save them until the 2nd. And as I put in, that was on the website, but if you're gonna pre-order from the mini catalog, anybody who's a demo, just if you don't expedite your order, just be prepared that it may take a while for shipping. But I did get a shipping box today. I got what was the last on the stamp sale day, I think is when I ordered what I got today, but it was supposed to come on Friday and it came today. So who knows, maybe UPS is stepping it up since they got their handshake on their contract renewal. Maybe they're just so excited they're just clearing things out faster than they can. And I think that's it. Kits, all the kit collection will be on sale in August, but I'll tell you about that next week. Christy, look real quick in a, oh, so you're a world of hurt when you order, Christy, but you looked real quick. So, I don't want to see the UPS man's deliveries to your house when you get a good look at what's in there. But that's it, I think, for housekeeping. I'm looking around. That was it. There's not a whole lot going on right now. Customer wise, you can't order from the mini catalog until September, but I did send one to the people that I normally send one to. So if you normally get one from me, you should get one. If you don't, or you want one and you don't get one from anybody, just pop a comment in here, I guess. I do look back through here. Pop a comment on the actual video, or email me, text me, message me on Facebook, or however, comment. I always been getting the comments in my email when you guys have been commenting on my YouTube video posts, like the paper pumpkin ones. I see those, they come across an email, so I will get the comment and then I can respond if you need a catalog and you don't get one and you want one. All right, you guys, I'm gonna turn my camera down. Yeah, glad we have a few months. Yeah, you should get one, Mom. You're a demo now. You'll get one. They'll send you one. And Dawn should get one. Everybody that's probably on here right now should get one that I can see that's commented. You should get one from Stampin' Up. All right, I'm going to turn my camera down. Hold on here. Let me see where I gotta go. Spotlight. Put that out of here. All right. Kathy hasn't looked yet. Yeah, I looked pretty quick because I wanted to see how many trees there were going to be. Patty and I always talk about that, and how many snowflakes. But Patty, you'll be glad to know the snowflakes have a punch, not a die set. All right, so here's a card we're going to make. This is another fun fold from Susan Campfield, and it's kind of like the one that I did. We did it the So Refreshing, the bendy one, because it kind of pops up, but this, she calls this a springboard, because can you see we've got some little springy things that everything's sitting on in there. And so it's a Z fold, but it stands up with these little springers. So that's what we're going to make, a springboard. And I used to love me some Greg Louganis springboard diving in the Olympics. Loved me some Greg Louganis. So I'm going to set that, you can't really see it, but I'm going to set it over here to the side. And I will try and keep my eye out for, oh yeah, there was a cute polar bear one too. All right, I'm going to keep my eye out for comments. There's a lot of working pieces, so I've done a lot ahead of time, as you can see my pile there. So we're using the Cheerful Daisies. And so don't be surprised if this card doesn't show up in the Cheerful Daisy class. I got to get that out of my light, take the glare off. So we got the Cheerful Daisy stamps and dies that I used for the most part. I did grab a sentiment from Pansy Patch. And I used the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. And this is in that, what's it called? Countryside Corners. Sweet. There's the, it's all dies pretty much, frame with, they got little dots and stuff on them. But anyway, you got a pencil handy so you can write this down. I probably will do a Finally Friday. And I started taking pictures so that maybe I can have some instructions for my newsletter, but my Finally Friday will obviously be in no frills and will go really slow so that you can see how to put it all together. But you need 2 pieces that are a single base, so they're 5.5 by 4.25. You need 2 of those. Let's see, you want me to tell you all the pieces that you're going to need first? How about I do that? You're going to need a piece that is 4 by 4.25 by 4.25. And then my piece here is 2 inches by 4. Because what I've done also is Susan Campfield has the springboard design. And then I found a card that I liked by Gail Ellis. You guys know I love my Gail Ellis designs. And I took a play off from one of her cards to make my daisy look here. You got scrap paper. You'll need some scrap white for your flowers and some greenery stuff. If this is how you choose to make yours, you can obviously use any stamp set that you want to juice that up. Then for my sides, I've changed my side pieces a little bit from what Susan had, but they still work. I have 1.25 inches by 4, and you need 2 of those. And then your little springers are 3/4 inch by 3 inches, and you'll need 3 of those. You're going to score at 3/4 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. And then we'll go over that again, obviously, when we get to it. So first and foremost, we're going to take our 2 side pieces that I've embossed with that Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. And I'm just going to glue those down. The more I can get off my desk and out of my way, the better. Oh man, my glue clogged up on me again. All right, I'm gonna have to, I gotta go get a pin because this, I need this good glue. I left it open too long when I was finishing up all my gluing for this. All right, so we're gonna glue these 2 down. And I'm putting the bumpy side up, you know, whichever folder you use. And then I'm just going to put it, try and make like equal distance, because this next base layer is going to stick in the middle. So like I said, this is sort of reminiscent of the So Refreshing Bendy. What I don't remember what that was called. But the bendy card. The bendy one we made. It's kind of going to remind you a little bit of that. I'm going to put these off to the side. So like I said, I'm just getting some of my pieces out of the way. Get that coat out of the way. I don't think I went up high enough on that, but All right. So now we've got, like, this is our base. Take our next piece, and, you know, we could get precise with the measurements, but I'm just going to show you my way of doing it. We're going to fold it in half. So what would this one be? This is 5.5 by 4.25. So 5.5 in half is what? 2 3/4. And then we're going to bend this one in half as well. So if you want to score on those, I will find, if I do a Finally Friday or when I do my instructions, I will give you the exact measurements for where you want to score. But, and I do have real heavyweight cardstock tonight, which I don't know if that's a good idea, but this just seemed a little flimsy when I have regular weight cardstock. Just seemed a little bit flimsier, so I thought I'd try tonight with the heavyweight. So I'm going to stamp on here because it just, not that it was hard, but it's just easier to stamp on that one before it's glued down. So I got a greeting that I'm going to put in there in my Granny Apple Green. And even if you got somebody in mind that you're going to give it to, you might even write whatever you want to write on it before you glue it in. Just, I'll show you here. It's just, once you get going, it just might be a little hard to kind of comfortably write in there, I'll say. Not saying you can't. It is doable. So now I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And I glue that in place. And again, I don't think that these cards, like, you know, it's not difficult once you know, like, where all the pieces go and like they're cut and stuff. So once I get a template going kind of thing, I'm okay with how to do it. So this just fills in the space right there. And now we have our Z fold going on. Then let's see, should we do I'm going to do our top piece next, just because I got it here. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. And I did bring my giant ones over so I can cut some strips of them and get it on a little bit faster. Maybe. And I'm going to tuck one of the flowers underneath, so I don't want to cover up too much of the space there. That makes sense, because I want to be able to tuck that underneath. Okay, no. And then I'll put one right in the center. And then I'm going to put this on kind of a little lower to give me more room for my flowers and my words and stuff up at the top. Then I'm going to switch over to my Cheerful Daisies stuff. And I'm going to start with this one. I put this on last, and I think I should have put it on first just so I could figure out where to put the rest of my flowers. So what I'm going to show you, it's kind of what we called back in the day rock and roll. So I have lemon lolly. I'm going to dunk it in there. And then I have Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to sort of rock and roll it just to give a little outline of the daffodil color. And then I'm going to take my blender brush, this cute little brush Patty gave me, in my petal pink, or not petal pink, my bubble bath. Where is it? Here it is. And I'm just going to put the tip of it in there, and I just want to dab a little bit kind of for the center of the flower, just to put a little color on there. Give it the illusion that there's some center to my flower. And then now we're going to start building. So I got, where's my dies? I used this big die here. You see all of this is connected, but I just laid this flower on the corner of my paper, and I did end up getting, you know, some of the leaf and some of the adjacent flowers, which is fine. I'm just going to end up cutting that off. I'll trim them down and cut those off. So I just have the white, just the big flower. You could do the whole thing if that's another option. Let's cut that off. All right, so for one area, we're going to need 2 of those flowers on the main part, and then we've got a 1 layer that we're going to tuck underneath. Cut that off. I didn't poke those out very good. I'm just trying to look at the, sorry, yes, pink cardstock. I'm going back. Bubble bath is the pink. You guys will get that color in your color club for the new / returning colors, but I don't know who got it yet. All right, so I got all 3 of those cut out, or trimmed up, I guess. I already cut them out. And I should poke some of these little things out. I only poked them out of the one on the top. I didn't poke them out of the, and I got my brush. I just didn't use it all the way. All right. And then what I did, I just took my 3 colors again, my lemon, my daffodil, and then my bubble bath, and a couple brushes. And I started with the lemon, and I just kind of went in the center. On my sample, I got kind of heavy-handed and I went way outside the lines, but. And then I'm gonna go into my daffodil. And just make this one a little bit bigger, but just not as, can you see my sample over here? I got way outside the line on that flower, way heavy-handed, but I was using a bigger brush for those and decided it was probably a better idea to switch to the smaller brush, where I had a little better control over it. All right, and then I just kind of dabbed some pink in the center. Kind of turns into a weird brown. I didn't know what other color to use, but all right, so I'm going to put that aside now. And then I layered these two. So I just put a little bit of glue behind the little dots there. And then I just layered them on top of each other with a little bit of a twist to give it the impression it was a little bit fuller than what it is. Bend up some of the leaves on the top one a little bit. And then now I worked off from this piece. So I'm going to, I went back, instead of doing the flower, I just put some cardstock over the leaf area. And you could do that all at once if you had your cardstock on there, just over the daisy, and then you could put your green down over the leaves. I didn't, but you could. And then you could use this die for your little fronds, but here is a daisy, and then you could just have laid another piece right over here at the same time to get your leaves done. But I'm just going to put a little bit, let me see, I went and decided where I wanted them, and then I turned it over, put a little bit of glue on there, pick that up, put a little bit of glue on there, and pick that up. Well, I probably want a little more. I did use the green glue actually for it, because I could be more precise with the tip. And then we've got the fronds. So I just, again, put some more glue on the back. And then I kind of went like this and said, yeah, that looks like a good place. And did the same thing at the top for the lighter Seafoam. This is soft Seafoam and Granny Apple are the two greens that I used. And I think I want that. Can I peel that off? It's so fine. I think I want it a little more like that. Struggling here. We're going to put a little bit on this to tell it where we want it to go and stick over here. All right. And then I pop that up in the center of my card. A little too much of my glue showing there, but I'm going to get a couple of the dimensionals, and again, I like to hold my pieces in place if I can with the dimensional, so that I know they're not going to move around, fall off. And I'll put this one up here. Hopefully it's not going to show, just to get it off my fingers. And then I'm going to stick it like this. I don't think I want it that direction. I want it to go this direction. I'm just going to kind of set it there very gently till I see where this one's going to go. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of those petals that I'm going to stick under there. And I'm going to stick one out. And then this guy I want up a little more like this. Oops, I bent that. Those guys are very delicate. A couple of them are barely hanging on there. So we're just going to leave it right there now that I've stuck it there, and I probably pressed too hard. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. So we're going to leave it right there. And that's now our front piece. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my happy birthday on that while I got it out or unattached. Just because, again, it will be way easier to get to that. When you can get on it flat like that, on the flat surface. Now my other one, as you could see, I got it fuller. So I don't know what I did differently, but I like it where the pink is fuller. So we could add some more greens. You could put your some jewels down there. You could, you know, rip it off and move it down or whatever, but I'm not gonna, because you know, I'll fuss and fuss and fuss with it. So now we're going to move on to our little thingamabobbers here, our springers. So we've got 3 little springer pieces. You're going to score on those. And I'm going to try and score them all at the same time, just for sake of time. All right. So the first score we're going to do is at 3/4. It's not going to work. 3/4, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. We might be able to do 2 of them at the same time. I'm going to put them on top of each other. No, I'm not, because that's not going to work either. I'm just going to see what I can do here. So we need 3/4. And hopefully they'll be close enough that they're going to work. 3/4. 1 1/8. 1 1/2. 2 1/4. 2 5/8. And 3. All right. And then these 2 ends. Now, the Susan's instructions, she had like something for why one was longer and one was shorter on the end. You see one piece is shorter and one is longer, and I don't remember if it was, I don't know why, if it was just for how she laid them over each other, I'm not sure. But I just put some glue on the small piece and glued it over. So it's going to look like that. And when you get the folds wrong, just squish them around or your scores, and then it'll be a springer like that. So your sides, the 2 short ones, are going to go in And then everything kind of just folds back up on each other. And because I didn't, maybe I don't recommend doing all of them like I score them one at a time, be a little more precise. Put the one end over the top of the other and glue your little springer shut. And that's what they look like. We got one more. This one I might have totally messed up we'll just squish it, like I said, just squish it around and redo your score where it scores if you need to. I'm gonna glue it shut. And now we have our 3 springers. Okay. And we're going to come over to our Z fold part here, and we're going to glue a couple of the springers onto, and you want the springers to go like this on there. So we're going to glue 2 of them onto this piece. Like that. And I think before I put the next piece on, no, I'm going to go ahead and put the next piece on. So now we're going to put our top panel on. And so we're going to put our glue on this side of the springer. And then it just sits on the top. You're just going to eyeball that for center and stick it down. And then now it's become its own pop-up springboard. Have you guys seen, oh, I think it's on Facebook, where that girl jumps off the top of that hotel? Oh my God, it's so high up in the air and so scary looking. Anyway, I'm digressing. So here's my springer template, if you can see that. That's where all the folds are. 3/4, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. So then we need to finish it off with our 3rd springer inside. So we're going to use our Cheerful Daisies, and I'm going to use this one and the little center. And I'm going to do the, oops. I'm going to do the solid image in Lemon Lolly. Patty, to see the new catalog, you gotta log in to the website, and then it should be for front and center on your screen as the events. They're not events, but promotions, what's happening as they scroll across. It will eventually pop up, or you can scroll to it. Otherwise, go to the click over on the left on the weekly updates, and in there it has a little blurb about it, and you can click on it there. Now I'm going to do the outline in Daffodil Delight. If I can hover over this. I tried to do. Hold on, I'm going to pull it down so I can. Can't really see. So we're putting that right there and hope we're on the right spot. And then we're going to do the little tiny center in soft Seafoam. Geez, I thought my cat was running upstairs, but that must be thunder. I think they said it was going to be here for a couple more hours. And then in the die set, this one here, we'll cut out that flower. Like that. So then I'm going to glue this on to the little springer. Oops, I wanted to glue some leaves behind it first. And we can glue it down. Okay. Got a little springy thing. And then now I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And then this is kind of just a guessing game, I think, for knowing exactly where it goes. I don't think you want it to stick out too much, like the leaves, but you also don't want it too far in there out of place, but it goes like that. So you can stick it over a little more, I guess, so that you could see it better when you open it. Or sit there, it might show better. Now you can't really see it, but say it's like sitting there like this. But there you go. That is our card for today. How did I do on time? Did I? Oh, not bad. Good. So I think this guy, while I got extra time, I don't like that glue is all showing through there. You guys probably can't see it, but since I used my regular glue, it's all shiny through those holes, and it's bugging me because it's showing from the light. And I'm going to end up ripping the petals off my flowers. Get that out of there. I was going to ask you guys if you saw something about that I saw on TV today. Oh, in Florida, did you see that the water temperature down there in the something bay is 100 over 100 degrees? The water, the ocean, they said it's like the hottest ocean temperature ever. Like, oh my gosh. Floored me. I can't imagine. Mom, Christy, do you know what Lake Michigan is up there? It was 70 something down here last I knew, but didn't know what it was doing up there. So I'm going to glue that back down a little bit sideways. I got too much showing through. I don't like all that green showing. There we go. Perfect. And there we go, guys. Just those little things that bug you. I'm sure you guys get them too. I might end up having to glue those leaves down a little better. Tuck a little more into there. Let me go back. All right, should be back or coming back to me as I'm moving stuff around. So that's it. Get that up there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Stay dry. I had to stop at somebody's house and try and snatch a Stampin' Up package, and sticking my arm in the mailbox. I was drenched. It was raining so hard. And then I had to get out of the car before Mike pulled it in the garage, and I got the rest of me drenched. I cannot believe how hard it was coming down. And that wasn't even, the storm hadn't even made it yet. It was just starting to rain here. Crazy stuff. So stay dry, get some rest. I'll be back again next week. And we got card class next weekend, I think it is. So that'll be next. I got to get cracking. So look for one of these cards to be on your Cheerful Daisy class. Bye guys. Have a great rest of your day.